everyone, it is Thursday and I just got home from work. I did go into the office today, spent all day in the office. I was tempted to leave early because I started sneezing and I was sniffling a lot and I just didn't want to infect anyone in the office, but it turns out a lot of people in the office are sick. I just stuck it out and I feel pretty good. I started to get tired towards the middle of the day, but now I am fine in very high spirits, probably because tomorrow is my last day of work. Also, my friend reminded me that because it's the winter solstice, the days are starting to get longer as of, I guess it would be tomorrow or Saturday. I'm very, very excited for the summer already. Let us see what we have in day 21. Ooh, I can't read that backwards. Oh, it's yerba mate mango. That should be interesting, but yerba mate has a lot of caffeine in it. I think what I will do is, again, have a taste of this. I did make my pumpkin spice tea into a latte this morning. I basically just reheated the tea, put some honey in it, and foamed some almond milk. The almond milk I used, though, didn't produce a lot of foam, so I'm gonna retest it on the weekend. And tonight I will steep something else, but I'm not sure what yet. Here is what it looks like. And then after I taste the yerba mate, I'm gonna have the Joyous Detox Tea. I can really smell the mango. It smells very nice. And I'm gonna keep steeping my Joyous Detox Tea for another couple of minutes. I was uber productive at lunch today and I renewed my library card. This is my very old card, the one on top here. I had forgotten it at home, but it turns out I'm not in the system anymore because it was so long ago that I used the Toronto Public Library system. I used to go regularly during my lunch just to pick up holds or take a look at the selection of books, or I used to even bring my book to the library and just spend my lunch hour reading. I fell out of that practice a number of years ago and I can't remember the last time I went to the library. It was definitely over 2 years ago, but under 9 years ago, so somewhere in that sweet spot. Because I didn't have my old library card with me and they couldn't find me on the system anyway, I was signed up as a new member and I got this fancy new card. I am very excited to have access to the library again. A couple of my close friends who didn't really use the library all that much before are really, really into it right now, and they've been encouraging me to renew my card and to take advantage of the resources, and I finally can. Do you know what it is?
Peach.
Well,
it's not peach? Mango.
yeah.
The one is?
Yerba mate. He didn't have any of the mate that I bought before. You like it? Oh yeah, it is good. It's really good. I'm just gonna have one more sip.
That's a caffeine?
We are about to open our Kinder calendars. Day 21. Let's see. It's the two.
Okay.
The two hazelnut ones. Yummy! Okay. My husband and I have been taking turns bringing little snacks home, so we have a ton of chocolate and treats and such at work. We'll bring a little bit back to share with each other, and today we both brought snacks home. So I brought a few little chocolates and my husband brought some chocolate covered biscuits, but all together it became a lot of food with the Kinder and after the chili and all of that. So I am really, really full right now. I wanted to talk a little bit about this app I've been using. So let me get the screen recording on. The reason I went to the library today to renew my card was because I'm starting to think about my 2018 goals, and one of the goals, just as a little sneak peek, is to read for a minimum of 10 minutes each day. It could be reading a physical book, a book on my Kindle, or listening to an audiobook, but it'll be definitely a book and not, say, a magazine or a podcast or something along those lines. So that's the reason I needed to renew my library card before the new year because I didn't want to be buying a whole bunch of books to clutter up the condo, and I really only want to buy books for my Kindle if I plan to read when I'm traveling and I don't want to bring a physical book, or if I love a book so much that I want to have a copy of it. Then I'll buy it for the Kindle. So let me just get the screen recording. I tend to start chatting and forget what I'm doing. I use QuickTime to do my screen recording, and the app that I want to show you is a habit tracker. I've tested out several apps, and this is the one that I've recommended to my friend because it's the one I like the most. It's called Way of Life, and there is a free version of it, but the free version limits you to just a small number of habits that you can track. I think you can track 3. So I did that for probably a week or so, maybe even less, because I just fell in love with the app. And now I have a whole bunch that I'm tracking, and I'm going to be adding to this when I do my goals video. So this is how I'm going to be tracking my 2018 goals essentially. I started using this app in June of 2017, June of this year. The goals and such may change when I set my 2018 goals, but I'm going to walk you through the current setup in this video. I thought about doing it in my actual goals video, and I still may do a portion of it, but I think this will take some time, so I'm just going to put it in the vlog. I did pay for the full version of this app, and I don't remember how much it cost. I will look it up and put it somewhere on the screen, but I thought it was reasonably priced, and I have been using it a ton, so I get my money's worth. I use this every single day, and I go on multiple times a day to track what I'm doing. I've tried other habit trackers in the past, including like a pen and paper version. So I used to print out a habit tracker and I would fill in the boxes as I did stuff, but I didn't find I was keeping up with it. So I'm pretty confident that this will be a good tool for me going forward, and I'm not sponsored by this app. I paid for it myself. I'm just sharing it with you guys. So basically what you do is you can add habits that you want to track. They call them journals, and I have these ones here. You can do a positive or a negative journal. Say I wanted to add one, woke up without snoozing. And it asks you whether this is a good or a bad thing. I only do positive habits, even if it's something that I want to stop doing. So for this, it's stop snoozing. I will formulate it to be a positive habit. It's just my personal preference. And then when you're done with any of these journals, you can archive them. So for example, gratitude journal, I'm probably going to be archiving as of the end of this year. I don't plan to continue with the gratitude journal. Then you can just move it into archive without deleting all of that history. Now that you have your list of habits, you can indicate whether or not you completed it for the day. So today is Thursday, and as you can see, I did not wake up at 6 a.m. I actually got to bed late last night. I was editing the vlog that you watched yesterday. As you can see, on Monday I did. I have a green box there. Tuesday and Wednesday I said skip. The reason I did that is because I worked from home on both those days, and I really only want to wake up by 6 a.m. if I'm heading into the office. Today I should have woken up by 6 a.m. and I did not. These lessons I've been completing for quite a while. There's a lot of green, and as you can see, these have a little white dot in the center, and that indicates a running record. So this is the number of days in a row that you've completed a task. In the case of the Mondly Japanese, the Duolingo Japanese, and the Duolingo French, I've completed 54 days in a row. The time that I broke my record was here. You see all of these red bars. This was when I was in Paris with my girlfriend. I didn't do any of my lessons. I'm doing okay with tons of green. I tend to forget to write in the gratitude journal, but I always catch up. Lately though, I've been really lacking with the shutdown and going to bed on time, because essentially of Vlogmas. I spend a lot more time on the computer to edit videos, and as a result I don't go to bed on time. But that's a trade-off that I'm pretty much willing to make and I signed up for. That's basically it for the mechanics of how I go in and log stuff. I did take the photo with my hubby today, so I'm going to mark that off as yes. And as you can see, my record is 116 days in a row, which is, I think, really good. And when I was away on vacation, I counted those as skip days because I didn't technically miss them. We just weren't in the same city at that time. What I've been really liking about this app is the trend section. And I'm going to walk you through how to read this, although I haven't referred to it in a while. You can look at your stats by week or by month, and the most data that you can look at any given point in time is monthly data for 2 years. So because I started using this app in June, I'm going to show you guys the 6-month mark, because these are essentially 6 complete months, although we're still in December. This is the wake up by 6 a.m. habit. In July, I have 10 greens, 9 reds, and 12 skips. How I like to look at the data though is to remove the skips, and this is what they recommend as well. So I look at all the greens, and to take out the skips, I look at percentage. And then what you can do is put in a trend line, and as you can see, the trend line is positive because I've been doing a lot better since I started tracking my progress. So we can go through and look at all of the data, which is a general upward trend, or you can look at each category by itself. I only started tracking my health in October, around the time that I got sick. In October, I felt sick for 10 days out of the 23 days that I tracked. In November, I tracked the entire month of 30 days and I only felt sick for 2 of those days. And in December, of course, because I'm sick now, I have been since Sunday, I have 5 sick days out of 21 days tracked. This has been a really fun way of keeping track and checking things off. When I figure out my 2018 goals, I'm gonna update the list of habits that I'm tracking, and of course I will share with you guys. I may show this app again down the road, especially when I'm doing my goal update videos. I think it'll be really interesting to see on this. I'm really excited about this app as a tool to help me meet my goals and to develop good habits. So I think that's going to be it for today's vlog. This is probably a long one because I've been babbling on for quite some time, but I will definitely edit it down. Tomorrow is my last day of work before the holidays. I am very excited. So I will see you all tomorrow. Happy Friday. Bye.